Hey there everyone, this is your host Scotty Oka and welcome back to Anime Studio Simulator on the PC/Steam. Okay, so let's go on ahead and continue on. Yukari begins to read the contract. Partway through, she decides to call Mayumi. Her friend knows more about legal matters than she does. Yukari gets out her phone and dials Mayumi's number. Hello? I'm at Zekoi Studios now. Mind if I go over the contract with you? Go ahead. She reads the contract out loud. Mayumi asks her to repeat a few of the more complicated clauses, which makes the process take even longer than expected. Hold on one second. Right. I had to make sure because, yeah. Along the way, she clarifies some of the language and calms Yukari's nerves. Is that the end of the contract? Yes, finally. Her mouth was dry from speaking so much about the contract to Mayumi. Okay, it sounds like Zekoi Studios has offered us a really good contract. Good luck, and go ahead and sign the papers. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Yes, she is. She hangs up and approaches the reception desk. Would you let the director know I'm ready to sign the contract? Yes, 1 minute. Sir, Yukari is ready. Wonderful. Is everything in order then? Yes, I'm quite happy with the contract. She signs it and returns it to the director. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow with the revised storyboards and all the documents you'll need to be working on the show. That sounds fine. I'll see you tomorrow then. In case anyone forgot, I went back to Zekoi Studios yesterday to sign the contract. I'll be heading over there later to provide them with the storyboards they need to start animating the first episode. Yuko, Sumiko, since you'll be sharing the workload with you, do you have any questions about the arrangements? Well, I mostly draw static backgrounds, and I'm fine with those. But for more complex animated work, I'll need their help. I'm not too experienced with those kind of scenes. Okay, got it. What about you, Yuko? Is it possible for me to check the completed work? I want to make sure the animation is consistent throughout the episode. I'd also like to communicate with them directly to make sure we're on the right track. Plus, it'll be cool to talk to the people in the industry. Maybe I'll pick up the new skills from them. I really liked the one series they animated last season. It provided me with a lot of inspiration. Inspiration. Her enthusiasm surprises Yukari. It's rare for her to hear Yuko talk so much. Of course, I'll let you check out their work. After all, you are our character designer. You have the best eye for picking out any inconsistencies. As for direct communication, I'll talk to him about it. Don't get your hopes up too high, though, since I'm not sure whether they like the idea. Ah, right. I didn't think about that. I was too excited. Don't worry about it. I'll ask anyway. The sisters head back to their desks and return to work while Yukari gathers up the documents they need to take to Zekoi Studios later. Attempting to find and organize everything gives her a headache. What a mess. I need to clean up all these files for Blaze Chaser Conspiracy soon. It takes so much time just to find the character designs. I better show them to Yuko for a final check. Better be safe than sorry. Yuko flies to them. Files them neatly in a folder and hurries over to Yuko's desk. Yukari bumps into Sumiko and the folder falls from her hands. The papers fall across the floor. Congratulations! You screwed that up. You screwed it up! How could they screw it up like that? No, it took me so long to arrange them properly. Now I have to organize them again. Now it's about to head over. I'm sorry. No, I'm not blaming you. You were standing still after all. It's my fault for not paying attention to where I was walking. You're so clumsy sometimes. Come on, I'll help you. Me too. The three of them work together to pick up the scattered papers and file them again. This is exhausting. I hate paperwork. No one here likes it. It's a necessary evil. Do you want to take a look at the documents I'm going to send to Zekoi Studios? That's what I was going to ask about. We didn't check it together a few days ago? Or didn't we check it all together a few days ago? It'll be fine. Well, if you say so. She turns to Yuko in case the artist disagrees with her sister, but but stops in surprise when to see Yuko's computer screen. What are these? Yukari points to the thumbnail image displayed on the side of Yuko's screen. They look similar to our characters. What? That's nothing. Yuko blush diminishes her. Yuko blush. Wow. Okay, so yeah. Yuko's blush. There we go. Please always double check your writing. Diminishes her attempt to sound casual. Now I'm even more curious. Yuko dives for her computer chair, but Yukari beats her to it and grabs the mouse. She opens the mysterious images. These are sketches of the protagonist? But there are so many. I didn't know he was that difficult to design. Here are the side characters too. I thought it just took a few iterations to get the proper designs. There's no point in showing my work to you if you're not satisfied with it. And I always show it to Sumiko for a second opinion too. If a design doesn't pass our standards, I put it in this folder in case I need to use it again. Usually they stay here. I was checking them out to see how much progress I've made. Now stop looking at them. They should never appear in public. Don't worry. I was just curious, that's all. Hey, they probably look better than anything I can draw. Because I suck. Like, I can draw a stick figure. That's it. She doesn't get why it's such a big deal. The early sketches aren't that bad. Nevertheless, she stands up and surrenders the computer to Yuko, who quickly closes the folder. Hello, is Yuto here? I brought the storyboards for our first episode. One moment. Oh, hello, Yukari. The adjustments for the storyboards are finished, I presume? Yes, they're more detailed now, and the direction of the scenes should be clearer, too. She takes the storyboards out from the back and passes them to the director. That sounds perfect. All we need now are the remaining details, the character designs, the scenario, the script, and anything else you think will help us. Is it alright if I bring those on by Monday? That'll be fine. Great. See you then. It's dinner time again! Once again, everyone's in high spirits as they gather together, because I fucked up the first time. But we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. We celebrated last week, but I think a second celebration is in order. Yes. Not only do we have an investor, but now we made a deal with Zekoi Studios. It's almost overwhelming. I know, Blaze Chaser Conspiracy has gone from a dream to something that's really happening. Have you guys thought about what you'll do if Blaze Chaser Conspiracy is a success? I honestly haven't spent too much time worrying about what I think of it I've honestly spent too much time worrying about what I'll do if it fails. Me too. Well, it's time for you two to imagine a positive future instead. Yukari, you want to keep directing anime, right? Yes, it's my dream. Let's look at my members. Okay, so everyone gets a break except for Shunsuke next week. So, if Blaze Chaser Conspiracy is a hit, we'll start working on the sequel. I get it. Blaze Chaser Conspiracy franchise. Here we come. How's that coming on? Storyboards are complete. Plot is halfway. Okay. Would a sequel be possible? Don't ask me. Ask the writer. Everyone looks towards Shunsuke, who folds his arms. What sort of ridiculous question is that? Of course a sequel is possible. Do you already have ideas for one? I always have ideas for sequels. That's why I started writing fanfiction, you know? My favorite series ended and I wanted to know what happened next. If no one official was going to write it, I decided to do it myself. I know what you mean. That's one of the reasons I started drawing. Well, that's kind of nice, actually. Huh? Since when? Simiko and her friends were working on a manga, but some of the most interesting moments were off-panel. That frustrated me, so I drew those scenes myself. I thought that was your way of saying you wanted to join us. That's why I invited you to help. I did. I missed potential in your manga was driving me crazy. Whatever. So, what are the sequel ideas, Shunsuke? Well, Blaze Chaser Conspiracy is only 2 episodes long. I consider it more like a 2-part pilot. Really? There's no way this ancient conspiracy is so small it can be confined in 2 episodes. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You have big hopes for our future. Don't you? I suppose I do. She lifts her glass. Come on, everyone. Let's make Shusuke sequels possible. Yeah! What shall Yukari do this weekend? Okay, cool. I have money. Let's spend the weekend with friends. Yukari calls up some of her friends from high school. For part of the weekend, they go out to the park and enjoy the nice weather. Then they spend the rest of it catching up with one another. Okay, let's look at the member status. I want to say I want to give Mayumi one more shot because it could just take her to the edge, I think. So what we're going to do... Relax. 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 How is her... proficiency and writing? Okay, then I'm going to upgrade Shunsuke and Mayumi. And I'm going to outsource marketing. So, that will be it. Halfway there. Today I'll make a trip to Zekoi Studios to give them the assets they need for Blaze Chaser Conspiracy. Before I go, I want to know everyone's plans for the next few days. I'm trying to figure out the right method to hire voice actors. We could hire them through the talent agency, freelancers, or agents. It's difficult to strike a balance between the price and quality. I've always started composing music for Blaze Chaser Conspiracy. Oh, I've also started composing music for the show, but it's more or less in the planning stage at the moment. Is finding good voice actors... VAs! Finding VAs, seiyus, voice actors. Those three terminologies. I'm a voice actor, damn it. That difficult? How bad could it be? As the protagonist, Otaru needs a strong... What the fuck is that word? Of the stressful situation he's put into. We don't want him to sound like he's talking about whether he's talking about the weather when he's describing people trying to kill him. Dull surprise. But we don't want over-the-top screaming either, so no one would take him seriously. Yikes. I didn't know casting voice actors was so intense. Huh. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Good luck. Alright, what's everyone else working on? I'll handle the backgrounds for the show along with the animation team at Zekoi. Since we have so many action scenes, there will be a lot of fast-moving environments. And of course, the scenes where we first learn about the conspiracy needs a lot of impact, with a very striking background. Sounds good to me. Yuko? Since we're done with the character designs, I'd like to work on the key animations. Shit. Once the animation and backgrounds for each episode are complete, I'll move on to filming and editing. Remember to talk to the animation director before you start drawing any key animations. We're still new to this. While they shipped anime titles, it's best not to get too ahead of ourselves. Definitely, for sure. I've never drawn fight scenes before. Wait, I'm going to check something. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm just checking to make sure. So I'm going to give... Yeah, okay. Be careful with the battles and the chase sequences too. You'll be fine. Thank you. I'm just taking notes on my ideas for now. I'll wait to hear from the animation director before I go further. While I'm at the studio, I'll be sure to ask about you working with them. Thank you. For me, I'm still working on the storyboard for the second episode. You've done a lot of good work, Yukari, but we're not finished yet. We have all the scenes and cuts identified, but now I'm adding directions to explain the scenes in as much detail as possible. I thought it was pretty clear already. From a bigger picture perspective, yes. I know you're the director, and this is ultimately your project, Hikari, but I wrote the dialogue. Especially in a story with a lot of action like this one, the dialogue needs to match up well with what's on screen. Well, alright. If you make any big changes, be sure to ask me, okay? Always. I'll also work on your marketing, as well as managing the studio when you're too busy. Sounds great. She looks around at her team members. I guess that's that. I'll head over to Zekoi Studios now. I should be back in about an hour or so. Good luck! Yukari gathers all the assets they need to start animating episode 1, and leaves for the studio. Let's see how it goes! Luckily, Zekoi Studios isn't far away. Her commute back and forth won't take much time. Hello, I'm here to see Yuto. Ah, yes, he's been expecting you. Hello again, Yukari. Hello, sir. Here are the assets for episode 1 of the show. Wonderful. I'll take a look at them later and let you know if I have any questions or concerns. There are a couple things I'd like to clarify as well. Would it be okay if 2 of my team members, Sumiko and Yuko, handle some of the parts of the key animation and backgrounds once they get the hang of things? They're your artists, correct? Right. They should have a good idea how things should flow in each episode, and I believe your expertise will be able to guide them along. That sounds fine to me. It is nice to see youngsters taking initiative to learn more. We're on the right track, we're on the right track, we're on the right track, we're on the right track. Can I have their email addresses? I'd like to get in touch with them so we can make further arrangements. Yukari takes out her phone and sends Sumiko and Yuko's email addresses to the director. Anything else? Yuko was also hoping to be in direct communication with the animation team. That could be arranged, no problem. My team will be able to teach both of them the skills they need to succeed in their fields. Thank you for being so helpful. Anytime. Working together on Blaze Chaser Conspiracy will be a pleasure. Yukari leaves the animation studio and returns to her own studio, where she still has a lot of work left to do. Yuko, Sumiko, I got good news for you. I discussed the possibility of you two handling the key animations and backgrounds with the director of Zekoi Studios, and he thinks it's fine. The animation team will probably teach you the skills you need first. He'll be in touch with you through emails to set things up. Wow, fantastic! I never expected to be given that privilege right away. Sounds like a great learning experience, right, Yuko? Yes, thank you, Yukari. Don't mention it. What would you like to focus on for the rest of the day? I don't know what I want to work on. There we go. Let's check the anime status. So, character development. We need to really work on character development. Since Blaze Chaser Conspiracy focuses on so much running and fighting, with the most remaining time devoted to the conspiracy mechanic. What? Why are these words I can't pronounce? They haven't done much with the character development. Yukari marks up each spot in the script where they can add personal details and make their character feel more like people. By the end of the day, she's satisfied with her progress. Let me see. Yay! Half a star! Yukari decides to wait a few days before making another trip to Zekoi Studios to check on their progress. For now, she believes it's best to focus on their current work. Mayumi, how's the voice actor problem coming along? Well, I still can't decide how we should hire them. Since you're the director, I think you should make the final decision. Are you sure? Yes, I researched the pros and cons of various methods and took notes. Mayumi walks to her desk and picks up a piece of paper from alongside a stack of sheet music. She hands it to Yukari. Take a look and tell me which options you think we should go with. The paper lists 3 methods Mayumi mentioned earlier: talent agencies, agents, and freelancers, along with her notes of each. Talent agency, an expensive option, but it guarantees quality. The agents will locate a pool of qualified voice actors for us. Agents, similar to hiring voice actors through a talent agency, but less expensive. Agents will seek out freelance voice actors and facilitate communication between the actors and us. And the cheapest option, where we skip the middleman and look for the freelancers ourselves. This will take more time to find the right voice actors, since we have no initial screen for quality. Yukari reads over the 3 options multiple times. Talent agency is out of the question. We don't have enough money for that. We have a little bit of money left if we go with agent, and we'll have more money left if we go freelancer, but it takes the longest. They're halfway there. The sooner we get the voice actors, the better. I'm going to go with agent. Working through agents is the ideal middle ground. We won't have to do the search for the voice actors ourselves, but we won't have an ideal talent agency's higher prices either. Alright, one more thing. I'll leave choosing the actual voice actors up to you. You're the best qualified to judge what voices are suitable for the show. That's fine. I'll put my knowledge to the test. I'll get in touch with the agents soon. Wow, it says on the webpage these consultants provide help on the finance and legal matters, and offer leadership courses and more. Darn, their service costs more than the rent for this studio. I wonder how much money we have. We already spent that much? Not good. We need an emergency meeting pronto. Yukari, I get the impression you didn't call us here for a fun meal. You got that right. We have a huge problem. At the rate we're spending our money, we won't be able to stay afloat until production. What should we do? Making money isn't easy. Oh, there's a lot of ways we can earn money. Such as... Well, I already have a suggestion in mind. That's the best way for a studio to carry on financially stable manner. You're asking a lot, but I'm with you all the way. Yeah, I want to see this project all the way through the end. Sparing some personal expenses is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I agree. This might be our only chance to meet our deadline, so count me in. Thanks, everyone. We'll definitely see Blaze Chaser Conspiracy come to fruition. It sucks having to ask them all for money, but it's not something I can really work on too much, because there's a lot going on. So I definitely want to make sure that there is, enough. So how's everyone's member status? Okay. Shunsuke and Mayumi are fully stressed, so they're going to take a break next week. Break, and break. Is our current pace alright, Yukari? We just completed the storyboard for episode 1 a few days ago. When do we need those storyboards for episode 2 over by Zekoi? By the end of next week. So our pacing... It isn't that great. We're barely on schedule for the storyboards. If we don't send them in by the end of next week, it'll slow down the animation team's progress, so we need to make sure this is done right. Thanks for clarifying. I thought our pacing was good, but I see I was wrong. We need to step things up. What is the animation process like anyway? I always assumed it was simple. Since so much anime is produced each season, now I'm not so sure. There's actually a lot that goes into it. Layouts, keyframes, in-between animation. Shusuke holds up his hand. Slow down. Mind explaining these things? It should help me with the storyboards if I understand the process better. Well, layouts are what we've been doing with the storyboards. The director decides how to present the scenes, with what angles are used, etc. Right, I knew that part. That's what we needed to include so many details. Yuko's also is going to help the team with keyframes, which means she'll sketch out the animation itself. What the animation itself should look like. In other words, the movement. How one pose should lead into another, for example. Yes. But it also includes color, shadows, highlights. It's the most critical part of the process. If all that's included, it sounds like a full animation to me. Well, hang on a minute. She turns towards the desk where Ryuko sits, hard at work on her art. Yuko, do you have any of the key animation sketches done? I've only just begun with the animation team. I drew a few out of practice, but they'll do. Can I borrow them? Oh, sure. She hands Yukari a few sketches and watches curiously as Yukari holds them up. Okay, these sketches show how the animation should go. But imagine how it will look if it went straight from these through the frames with nothing else. It will be awkward and jerky. Exactly. These are the keyframes, and they're missing frames in between. That's why the animators need to take care of the in-between animation. She hands the sketches back to Yuko. Thank you. No problem. Do you want to get involved in animation work, Shusuke? I'm trying to understand it better. Anyway, after that, the final step is to paint the animation into cells. Cells? Cells. It's short for celluloids. A shell is a transparent sheet used for hand-drawn animations. Computer animation is more common now, but Blaze Tracer conspiracy. But for this show, we're using cells. That's right. The outlines are painted first in black, and the color is added. Then we'll add special effects. This all sounds more complicated than I expected. It's not really so bad. Come on, I'll tell you more. So we're learning a bit more of how animation actually works, which is kind of cool, actually. I like it. I like the idea. Alright, I think this is where I'm going to end this episode. So thank you all for watching. This is your host, Scotty Yoka. If you enjoyed these Let's Plays, go on ahead and subscribe here to youtube.com/ScottyOkaOfficial, where I'll be uploading more episodes of Anime Studio Simulator. So thank you all for watching, and until then, everyone, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.